thing, but then you moving from the single family
Sure.
to a multi
Sure.
like this, right?
Yeah.
Something that I really want to talk to you about, and something to be celebrated, really, right?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I do have a couple of questions
Sure.
for you, but it's going to be more along the lines of, what made you do this transition from single to this, and the purpose of you doing that.
One of the things that really, that I saw is that it takes them pretty much the same amount of energy, and work to get a single family or a duplex or triplex as it takes to have this 17 units or 30 units or even 100 or 200 units or 300 units, All you need to have in place is the team. That's all you need. Pretty much all you need. Because through the team, you can find attorneys, that's a very simple thing, or, somebody to help you with the construction, or somebody with money, like money raisers, or, just simple, camaraderie and network.
Yeah.
Because people can tell you, you know what, my guy actually knows about that, let me just get him on the phone, So things like that, you don't really have access if you're concentrated on the small, really ant-size type of stuff, It's really important to note the growth that we've had, and when I say it's me and my wife, it's not only the business side or the income side that you have to make grow. You have to grow here first. You have to grow inside. You have to grow as a person, before, and it shows. So I've been telling every time I talk to somebody, it's like, they really see me like, man, this guy knows his stuff.
Of course.
And it's just clarity. It's just clarity, mind and body and everything. It's like all aligned. So it's like a synergy that we have, So when you have that synergy, you go farther so fast,
Speaking from the financing end of the business, exactly what you said earlier, it's the same effort that it takes to finance, let's say, a single-family investment, same effort it'll take for, let's say, a 50 or 100 unit. Actually, it might even be easier.
I was going to tell you.
It's
actually easier.
It's actually easier to do the 50 or 100 unit as opposed to the single family.
True.
And a lot of people think that they need to start with a single. They have to do the single, and for a number of years before they get into that. It's definitely not that process. So for people who really think that they need to start with a single family, what would you like to say to them?
You know what? I had that conversation exactly a week ago with a friend of mine who had, and I quote, they wanted to get their feet wet.
Yeah.
Just by getting into the single family, one single family. I don't need anything else. I just need I did it.
Of course.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, I understand that. I completely agree with that notion of at least getting your feet wet.
Yes.
But getting your feet wet with one single family is not the same as getting your feet wet with something bigger.
Of course.
And in the end, what prevents you from actually going from that to something bigger like this or even bigger is just this.
Yeah. The one
nothing
thing,
else,
The one thing that's overlooked as well too is with a single family. Let's take your friend for example. With a single family, he'll be going into that alone.
Yeah.
Right. For the most
True.
part.
True.
If he's
True.
going into a 50 unit, 100 unit, he's going to have a team of people he's going to be going into with that.
Sure.
And for the most part, it might actually be people with experience, right? Which is going to have him.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You know what? Also, I've realized that I'm an engineer by trade, and I have a lot of friends who are engineers. And we engineers, I don't know if it's only the engineers, but I know a lot of people that they want to do it themselves.
Yeah.
They want to have the experience themselves. I have to do it with my own hands. I have to get in there and get dirty. I'm like, I've done that, but why do you want to do that for?
Yeah.